What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DeMarkco effect. We get the full effect of me. So, I have a thought. So there's been some stuff going on in terms of the world with, and I'm pretty sure y'all know who it is. It's DDG and Halle Bailey. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I think she represents. To be honest, she represents a lot of women today, and a lot of women just in general when it comes to having kids. Because now the funny part is some of her people that were supporting her, they're coming out and they're making videos and they're like, well, yeah, girl, we don't support this one. Like, you can't just use him as some type of funding, and then use your baby as just saying it's my kid just for a specific reason. And I think that's a good thing. Like, it shows that people are actually willing to see both sides of the story now. And I think it's more so because people actually know DDG and they like DDG. I think if the story was different and nobody knew him, nobody wouldn't care. Because the realness of it is there's so much good men that have kids with a woman that they shouldn't have kids with, right? And what happens is that guy and that woman, she uses the baby as some type of power. It's my kid, it's my baby. And knowing the laws and the court laws and family laws, it favors women more anyways. So what some of these evil women do is they weaponize their kid. And they do. And it's the ones with the good fathers. With the bad fathers, no one cares. They don't try to push him to be a good parent, because they figure out that they can't really use him for no reason. And I think it's really sad that people do that, because it also goes back to the, reality, and realness. People are going to mess up and everything like that, but there's not a perfect way in order to raise a kid. But before you have a kid, you should definitely be married. Because when you're married and you have a kid with somebody and y'all both are doing it successfully, then the roles that y'all both play y'all gonna understand, okay, I come before, my wife, I take care of my wife take care of the kids, we take care of each other, we make sure everybody is okay, even if we don't want to do it, right? And that's what will separate successful marriages from just people having kids out of wedlock, because that's what they was. Their kid, Halo, is the kid that they had out of wedlock, and they both still love each other and they both still care about each other. But you can see that's Halle Bailey. She's not as innocent as she looks. I promise you. That girl looks like the most innocent. It's like she's an innocent, beautiful, gorgeous looking girl. She just looks that way. But if y'all dealt with women and y'all know women, the ones that's like that be the ones behind the camera, as you would say, when there's not people around, and they just show a whole different version of themselves, and you don't really get this version until you by themselves with them. That's what she is, and that's what she seems like she is. I'm not gonna go ahead and say that's what she is, but that's what she seems like she is. She seems like the good-looking girl, the innocent girl, the beautiful girl, the soft-spoken, feminine girl. But behind closed doors, she can be hell to deal with, especially if you have something and y'all share something together. Because there's couples, whenever y'all break up in these relationships and everything like that, y'all go through it very, very bad, to where you and her, y'all really, 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 really don't like each other. And y'all use the power trip, and y'all use whatever y'all can use in order to have power over somebody. And when somebody has a kid, and typically we see this a lot with women anyways, women say, well, it's my kid, it's my baby, it's my child. I carried the child, I created the child, which is not true. You didn't create the child came from the man. You carried the child. So the man created the child. The child came from the man. You carried the child. God made the child. Because you can't forget about God. Okay, but the men, that's just a lot of women now. A lot of women, even in the past, Some of y'all don't even know it, but y'all parent ain't the parent that y'all have been raised by is not your real parent, and your parent ain't gonna tell you. And it's because the other parent doesn't know. There is a lot of women, especially, that had kids, and the husband didn't even know that the kid wasn't his. He thought it was his, and he trusted it enough to not take a DNA test either. He trusted enough to not take a DNA test, and now you have a situation where it's like that. But when you date back into the DDG situation, I don't feel bad for him either, because he just needed to do it the right way. If he didn't do it the right way, then this wouldn't be happening. If he did it the right way, he wouldn't be worried about seeing his kid and Halle using his kid as a weapon in order to make him feel some way or just to keep the child from him. He wouldn't be worried about that. That's why you do things the right way, because when you do things the right way, you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worried about. Okay? But not too long, not too short. Y'all just need to be better with who y'all have sex with and who y'all sleep with. And don't get mad at that person for being the person that you knew that they was, and you didn't expect for them to turn out to be. Don't be mad, because that person has showed you many, many examples of it, and you just ignored it. And you had that person kid, and y'all want to get married. Now y'all don't like each other. Now the kid has to be separated through separate households. Anybody that was raised with separate parents, we know that we don't like that. I would rather be with mom and dad at the same time. I don't want to have to spend a weekend with dad and then a weekend with mom. I don't want to have to go to school, with dad for a couple of days and then go to school with mom for a couple of days. I don't want to have to do that. As a kid, I want to be with both of my parents, and if I'm not with both of my parents, then it is a very, very big problem. But, hey, everybody do what they do, right? Everybody do what they do. So, but that's the problem with the world. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. Okay, but we'll leave it like that. Other than that, make sure y'all leave a like for the algorithm. Leave y'all thoughts down below, y'all comments down below. And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, wherever y'all at. And we'll see y'all later.